Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Gypsy Nicky. Hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to do a deep dive today into silver. There's a lot of things happening in the financial world right now with the bankruptcy on the horizon of Credit Suisse and the collapse of the financial markets. And I wanted to do a look in for October, do a deep dive in on silver. Specifically, what I want to look at, I've got everything written down here, is the Comex. By the end of October, will the Comex have collapsed? So will the Comex be no longer by the end of October? We all know that the Comex has been manipulating the price of silver, holding it back, and this is a key part of getting to the true price of silver. What will happen to the Comex by the end of October? Will it no longer be around? Second one is if the Comex is to be no longer be around by the end of October, what will replace the Comex? What can we expect there? Will it be a new precious metals exchange? So what can we expect? And then once the Comex does go down, and this new replacement system is in place, what can we expect with the price of silver? Will it shoot right up? Will it be what price would it be placed on this new exchange? Will it go up right away to its true value? Will it be gradual? What can we expect for the price of silver once it's allowed to be freed? Will it shoot right up to its true value, or will it be a gradual increase? What can we expect there? And also want to look at any advice the universe has overall for silver holders out there. I know a lot of folks have been waiting some 10, 20, 30 years for this moment. So what does the universe have for all silver holders? I know we're at our wit's end. It really is, it's been a long wait and we're almost there. What does the universe have to say? What advice? So let's take a look at the Comex. Between now and the end of October, will the Comex be dismantled? So by the end of October, I'm going to go with there's a possibility that the Comex could naturally come to an end. The overview is the Seven of Cups, this is debauchery in the Thoth deck, and it's chaos. So between now and the end of October, there is the possibility there's going to be a lot of chaos, specifically with the Comex, and a lot of smoke and mirrors. And I feel with this card, what happens is that the Comex is allowed to play out. The shenanigans that they're going on will really, really reveal itself, and naturally could come to an end with the Comex. Specifically, what's happened in the past with this card is the Star card, and the Star card is a card that is someone who has no ego. It can also be when it comes to financial issues, financial matters, stock markets, losses, right? Also, complete loss, complete exposure, having nothing. She has nothing, so there's no clothes on her, nothing. So the Comex in the past, with this card in the past, what it's telling me is they are already broke. They have nothing. If that means anything, I don't know if the Comex has any money itself, but whatever they're portraying, whatever contracts they have, there's nothing to back anything up. There's literally moths in the vaults. They are already financially completely broke. The present is they still pretending. This is the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. So they're still pretending and still acting as though nothing to see here. She's distracting. She's very much just still very much in the emotions. She's not seeing the big picture. She's kind of pointing everyone to this the tortoise in the water, and kind of still pretending that nothing's going on. But what will happen, because they have nothing, they're already completely broke. already completely exposed. Things are going to play out in the near future. So sometime between now and October, there's going to be the Hierophant, which is organized chaos. Things get really chaotic, and people start finding out what's going on. Things naturally play. There's only so long. There's only so long that they can pretend. Okay, the Page of Cups. There's only so long that they can pretend, that everything is okay. Meanwhile, I think that they've completely exposed themselves in the past, and it comes out. So the show and the charade that they're holding on right now, the Princess of Cups, can only go on I feel cannot go on for much longer. And soon the chaos is going to be exposed. It's going to be chaotic. People find out. And the hidden influence is whether the Comex comes down is there's the Two of Wands. Okay, so this is a Two of Wands. There's a Dominion, and what's happening with this as a hidden influence, it tells me that the powers that be, in terms of the new financial system or a new precious metals exchange, or the powers that be specifically in bringing down the Comex, are waiting. So they're holding back, they're waiting for things to naturally play out, for organized chaos. They're holding back for people to really see truly. Basically, these guys are done. The Comex is done. They have nothing. They have no assets whatsoever, and it's going to, by whoever's in charge of the new system, by them holding back, they're allowing it to unravel so that people can find it. They're allowing things to unravel, and they're allowing the chaos to be exposed before a new system comes in place, the Ace of Cups, right? But that's the hidden influence, okay? Things are allowed to play out naturally. Things are so bad already with the Comex that they will there's no longer hiding that they have nothing, that they're completely broke, and there's nothing on their balance sheets. If anything, there's more debts. They're completely bankrupt. So the hidden influence in whether whether the Comex collapses by the end of October, it looks like it does, but things are being allowed to play out. They are already broke, and it's being allowed to play out, and for people to see the chaos that would have happened. So this is it's possible. I would say that the advice is there is a birthing of something new, and then the end. So by the end of October, I would say that it's very highly likely the Comex is no longer. It plays itself out. It's about to be exposed. I think that any day, they can't hold out they can't pretend anymore. And the overview is that it's done. It's dead. It's dead. And the white hats are behind. There's a new system that's coming up with the emperor. There's the moon. So the Comex is actually done, and the white hats are behind this. And there's something new that is it will surface. And the death of the Comex is very much driven by the white hats, the Earth Alliance, by Mr. T, US Mr. T. I can't say his full name, otherwise I'll get banned. So yeah, overall it's going to be a chaos. And another summary is the Eight of Discs. So Eight of Discs and the Five of Wands. So the Eight of Discs is very much like a very very firm foundation, but things are, so there's a process. So things before before the white hats get involved, there is a process. There's things have to go in order for the Comex to come down, and things are already set in place. So things are already set in place. There's already a firm foundation. It's been worked upon for many years in order for Five of Wands, in order for things to come apart, right? And Yeah, so it's very much set in motion. It's very much being planned. It's very much a strategy, and things must happen in a certain order, um, in order for the Comex to come down. But I feel also it's 80% of the way to 80% of the way for people also to finding out, right, that it's done. So it's going to happen. They're broke. It's going to be chaotic. I feel it's going to evolve. It's going to evolve naturally, very very quickly, because they have nothing. They can't hold on. It's just words that they're saying now that everything is okay. Um, yeah. So very interesting. Okay. So then let's take a look then. Um, by the end of October. So what happens? So, after the Comex does come down, like by market forces, like everything comes out, it gets exposed. Okay, there's chaos. Okay, so what happens? Like, what is going to replace the Comex? Okay, so let's see. Once the Comex comes down, okay, what will what will replace the Comex? Okay, let's see. So after everything is done, what will replace the Comex? Okay, interesting. So what will replace the Comex once it comes down? So there's already so this is the past. There's already a system that has integrity already in place. The Queen of Wands, she's all about integrity, all about authenticity, and truth, so and value. So it's already something of integrity already in the past, that's ready. Okay. But in the meantime, so this is for the Comex. Um, the Comex has been taken over by the White Hats right now. The King of Wands. He's always my Mr. T card. Okay, so that's the Comex, and it will come down. So this is actually the present. This is actually the present for the Comex right now. It is going to come down. So it's been taken over. It's been completely taken over by the White Hats. The White Hats are in control of it, and it's going to come down. Five of discs. It is going to fall apart, and things could get chaotic. But the energy in the middle is that there is this financial freedom in the middle. So there is a new financial system that's in place, something that creates a lot of financial freedom, financial independence for the people. This is a very auspicious card, the Nine of Discs. And this is about gain and financial freedom. It's a very positive card. Um, so right now, the White Hats are in control. There's already um, an authentic system in place to replace the Comex, but things have to play out. The White Hats who are in charge are allowing things to play out. Okay, and the Comex will fall apart. Okay, that's actually in the present, but there's a new financial system underway. Now, the near future, what will replace the Comex is there may be a pause. So, as the Comex is crumbling down, there may be a pause. What the cards are saying, that there could be the Eight of Swords. There may be some moments where we're not sure what's going on. Eight of Swords is interference. We're not sure. There may be a period of waiting. Seven of Discs. It's a period of, this is in the card where it seems like things have failed. This is a Thoth card, the Thoth deck, the Seven of Discs. It's a very dark card, so we're waiting. May seem dark, so the Comex itself may go out. There may be a dark period where we may not know the true value of silver. We may not know. Trading may have stopped. All things may have come to a halt with silver, and there's uncertainty. But there is a Three of Cups. This will be a very joyful moment. And I also feel with the White Hats in charge, there's a Three of Cups, something that's been agreed to that no one, that is still very much, but very much kept between, I feel like three people or three countries. It's very much still kept. There might be, this is an abundance card as well. So there's going to be a period where it comes to a halt. We may not know the price. Things seem dark, but there's something coming up there's been agreed to. There's a plan that I feel maybe even three countries are part of. This could be. It comes to mind like Russia, China. No, I maybe even and the White Hats, um, even Mr. T, right? Mr. T, President Xi and Putin, something that they've agreed upon, something that's kept very high level amongst them about what's gonna replace silver. But there may be a time where we're in darkness and we don't know. And the cards don't really want to say specifically what's going to happen. It's just that there may be a time where in the near future, possibly even October, where trading comes to a halt. But just to know that this has been planned. So this is very much being planned, and to be joyful about it. And there's three people in charge. There's three main people who've been working very, very closely together. That's the Three of Cups. And this is part of a plan. They have something in mind. There is a plan. But in order to transition, from literally, we're going to be transitioning from the Comex that is going to fall apart. So this is the Five of Discs. It's going to fall apart, like kind of like it's going to fall on its own sword. The Comex has been set up already, and there's going to be some time where we don't know the price. And I feel it's only for about 7 days where maybe we don't know. Things are quiet. There's no Comex as one system transfers to the other. It's going to be quiet, but not for long. And something that's been agreed to, I feel, by three very high level people that things that it's been kept amongst themselves for now and will be revealed. But something is coming up, and there may be an announcement. I feel like when the time is right, there may be there's the magician, and that's communication, an announcement by someone, even like this is a Prince of Wands. So he's a Knight of Wands in the Rider Waite. So when the time is right, there'll be an announcement. And I feel this could even be Prince of Wands. Always for me comes up even as Putin, because he's very much a spirit warrior, very much on a mission, right, to take down the deep state. And so when the time is right, when they are ready, when there's an agreement between, I feel, President Xi, Putin, Mr. T, okay, US Mr. T, there will be an announcement. And I feel it might even come from Putin or one of them. And there will be an agreement. So there has to be an agreement. The Six of Pentacles. Things also work out better than expected, but I feel that they have to come to the table and also agree at maybe the ultimate decision of what silver will be listed at on the Comex. But it will be better than expected. Things are going to turn out, way better than expected. So keep that in mind. And they have to come to, yeah. So it's all going to work out. There may be a period of time where we don't know, but it looks like it is going to transition onto a new system. There is something in the works already planned. There's already a new system. I feel that's already a new precious metal system exchange, and still very much agreed upon by these three. This is Three of Cups, working together, working very, very closely together. There's a very strong alliance. All these cups, it's a very joyful card, and people that are very, very much working together. But very at the high level. It's only a three. It's a Three of Cups. So I feel it's like three people working very closely together on this. And it just comes to mind the download of Xi, Putin, and Mr. T, US Mr. T. And I know a lot of people are still thinking, what the heck, Putin is like the enemy, or Xi's the enemy. I never get that. I always get that Mr. T, President T, okay, of the US, Xi and Putin are working very, very closely together, and are all working to have signed an agreement long ago to take down the deep state. So this is all playing out. So yeah, it's it's all looking good. No, and I feel that there's going to be an agreement. They're going to come to an agreement as to initially what price to list silver at. There's got to be some kind of agreement, agreement as to a very big decision. They've got to come to an agreement as to a very big decision and what it's listed at. And maybe it's possibility that silver is listed right away, even at maybe 600 right away. So they come. That's some kind of a decision. That's still, I think, needs to be agreed upon. Okay, so that's still in kind of maybe in the works. um yeah, but I do believe it gets listed on the new system, the new exchange, at a very at a fair value, but then the market takes over, right? um yeah. This is all really, really, really good, all really, really good. So the final question, let's take a look at, will the what does the universe has to say for current silver holders? Okay, what is the advice from the universe? We've been hanging in there. One final advice from the universe for current silver holders. Good news. The end is in sight, guys. We are so close. We are so close. The end is in sight. We are so close, and it's been very, very tiring. We're so close. This is the overview of the reading. The Nine of Wands, so close. We're almost done. Almost close to the end of the manipulation, the end of the deceit. King of Cups for me is always, well, when badly aspected, is about, he hides things. He's deep in water, hides this manipulation, deception. We're so close to the end. Nine of Wands, we're in the ninth hour of the end of this deception. So in the near future, there is going to be a scary event. Okay, Nine of Swords. This the cards are saying, to very much, it there could be this is the present, right? This is the present, and this is the what the universe wants us to know. um there could be a tower moment happening. There is going to be a tower moment pretty much happening for silver pretty much soon. I do believe that is the Comex, the manipulations coming out. That naturally, all this, like, bankruptcy of the Comex, the bankruptcy of the banks, it's going to come out. There's going to be a tower moment coming out. It could get really tough for silver holders. A lot of people, like, this is the Princess of Wands. Okay, this is the page of Princess of Swords. She's a page of swords in the Rider Waite, or so it's actually a he in the Rider Waite. Things could get very tough. We could be, battling other people's opinions. This is a Princess of Swords, and she's really fighting. She's very practical. She's holding on to, like, a pedestal full of coins, right? But also fighting at the same time, maybe fighting off other people's opinions, fighting off family's opinions. Like, there's going to be some rocky times coming very, very much ahead. But the universe wants us, because things are collapsed. The old system is collapsing. There's going to be a tower moment. And this could not only be the Comex, but the entire financial system. And, then we've got family members, friends who are like, what did you do? Like, they're panicking, and we're trying to really, really stay strong and fight off, other people's opinions, stay strong to our beliefs. The universe is saying, hold the course, just focus. This is the Ace of Swords. Just really focus on the big picture. Really, really, really focus on the big picture. Stay the course. There is going to be some scary moments, because we're very close to the end. We're very, very close to the end. And the overview, the two other summary cards, is we are going to get our desire. So at the end of all of this, we're going to, Nine of Cups, we're going to wishes and desire, and there's going to be extreme wealth. She's a major arcana. She's the Empress. Okay, very, very comfortable. Venus is exceptional wealth. Okay, so hold the course. Things are going to get rocky. It's going to be very much worth it, and I don't think it's going to last long. So even when things go down, okay, these are all minor arcanas apart from the Tower card, but the Tower card happens very, very quick, right? And it maybe even lasts like 9 days or so, right? So hang in there, hold the course, hold the line. You just hold the vision of silver, and hold, really focus on the truth that you know within yourself of what silver is worth. And we will be rewarded. Okay, extreme financial abundance, extreme. Anyways, okay, so that was the deep dive on silver. I thought I would, do it because we're all there, we're all close. It's very tiring, I know that. Um, I myself personally, I'm like, okay, sometimes you feel you don't have it. It's like it feels like it's just the last straw, right? Anyways, so we'll keep checking in, but do like, comment, subscribe, and take care.